Good afternoon, everyone. We're back. If I should use the lower seat. 1 second. I want to raise this up a little bit because that's just a little bit too low. All right. Good afternoon. This is the whiteboard from Francis at ThePerfectMinds for the update that's going to be spoken about tonight on freedomslips.com/revolution radio from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be there speaking about what I spoke about today, plus taking calls from any of you who want to speak to me personally. So if you've been waiting to talk to me, haven't been able to get through to me, if you have a telephone and internet connection, you can speak to me tonight. Get on the phone. Let's talk about it. Okay, the first things we're going to do is go over P45 Honda. P45 Honda, Comet Honda, 45P/Honda Merkos Pojdusakova is a comet that is orbiting below Earth. We already seen me draw Earth before, probably. We're not going to take a very long time to do it. Okay. Okay. Go back to it. That is the sun. That is the equator. This is Earth. P45 Honda is here. It's on a plane that's so here is under Earth, and here is under Earth, and here is under Earth as well. So it's flying underneath Earth. P45 Honda Merkos Pojdusakova. The distance it is today from Earth is 0.289 AU. There are calculators and converters that can change that for you. I should have done that before I started, but I haven't. So right now it's 0.289. The closest Comet Elenin ever comes on October 17th, 2011 is 0.232. So only a little bit closer than Comet Honda is right now. The closest it will come from Earth is on August 15th. And its closest path will be 0.0603 AU. So that's 1/10, that's 1/100th. 1/100th of 93 million miles. It's getting pretty close. It's either 190,000 miles. So what is that? 93 million miles. So we just call it 100 million. There's 1/10, there's 100, so 100 million.
100
there's 100 million, and we're going to take off. Alright, there's a tenth, there's 100. So what do we have here? We have a million miles, about a million miles. Or if we want to do about a million kilometers, it's going to turn out to be about 700,000 miles away. And these are rough. 700, 100 million AUs. Talking about is about a 700,000 mile pass by below Earth of Comet Honda. Comet Honda can be seen from Australia's observatories. Can't be seen from New Mexico, and it can't be seen from Spain, which is, this isn't really drawn right, so Spain, whatever, would be up here, which is a higher longitude. P45 Honda, closest arrival, 8. I'm going to sign it, woo, correct, 8 August 15th, 2011. Comes to within about 700,000 miles, or about twice the distance of the moon. So if here's the moon, well, we'll see, we gotta do it right. If that's an actual distance for the moon, then that would be about right. If that's double that, that's about right. Okay. How about image Honda? I have taken images twice of this area of space where it is. I can tell you I don't have a good image of it. But I do have the coordinates which I'm tracking on Google Sky. Because even if the pictures don't show me anything visually, the images that come from the telescopes tell me something with some information about the coordinates that the telescope was pointing at, i.e. the coordinates that the Minor Planet Observatory was giving me for that. So though I can have a picture that doesn't really show me anything, the picture still contains information for me. Comet Levy. I'm going to write this and I'm going to go make sure that I got my height set. Yeah. Could even go up a little bit higher. Comet Levy is P2006 T1 Levy. Today, you're going to see that my globe drawings are going to get a little bit more speedy now that I know exactly how I have to do it. P2006 T1 Levy today is 1.645 AU away from Earth. The closest it will come will be 0.0484 on January 7th, 2012 AU. That's pretty close. Comet Honda comes 0.0603. We thought that was close. Comet Levy comes even closer on January 7th, 2012 at 0.0484 AU, closest to Earth. Comet Levy is up here. Technically. So right now we have Comet Elenin, okay, so this is Levy, Elenin, and Honda. I don't know if I can even do this. Here comes Elenin. It's going to come around, make the pass, and go in between the Earth and the Sun on the way up. Comet Honda, now this is still below Earth. It's below Earth and keeps on going. Comet Levy will be dropping in from above and heading up. So that's in, that's out, that's in, that's out, that's out, that's it. Okay. Comet Levy's right here. Today is 1.645 AU away from Earth. On January 7, 2012, it would be 0.0484 AU. Okay. The reason why I drew this comet's up here. I know now I can shoot it from Spain. Spain. This is Comet Elenin. I've been shooting it from New Mexico, but this has been going out of sight now. This is Comet Honda. I shoot it from Australia. We are going to go back from Australia and point back at Elenin and start working Australia to Elenin. We've been working New Mexico to Elenin, New Mexico to Elenin. Now we're going to work Australia to Elenin, Australia to Elenin, Australia to Honda over the next week or so. I'm going to shoot Comet Levy from Spain. I want, someone left a message last time I was using the paper whiteboard, and I want to assure you that this paper is not going to waste. I'm always filling out the paper. I'm going to have it as a tool to use later on. Just cut it off and roll it up. Alright everybody, back where we started from. Do you know what that is? You probably don't know what that is. I'm sure you recognize its street name. Comet Elenin. Astronomical name through JPL C/2010X1. Comet Elenin. Telescope name CK10X010. I don't know if anybody's seen that number before, but that is the return from the telescopes When telescopes are talking about Comet Elenin, it's talking about CK10X010. Today, Elenin is 1.573 AU. That's the comet. Comet Elenin. Numbers from JPL. The closest Comet Elenin comes to us is 0.232 AU on October 17th, 2011. Okay, I guess we're just going to... First off, you all know I make videos. You all know I make videos and post them on my profile, The Perfect Minds, on YouTube. Some of those videos you'll find in different areas of the internet, websites, Before It's News, Godlike Productions, Above Top Secret, YouTube Mirrors. I have not posted any of my videos with any other description except the descriptions and the posts that were made to YouTube. Anything submitted to an outside source by me will have my name in it, and you will know that it is written by me because of the way it is written. I do not endorse any of the other theorists, and it is of my belief that since more people are seeing the videos, I'm happy, because even if the people are making up their own theories, I leave it up to the individual, so at least the individual is getting to see images of Comet Elenin that he or she wouldn't be seeing otherwise. Okay. Where's Comet Elenin now? What's important to note, I want to go back to the west. Okay, and what we have is trees, and hills, and trees, and trees, and trees. So this is horizon clutter. This is the horizon. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. That's my height. That's the horizon. H. That's horizon clutter. Tree. Trees, 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 hills, mountains. Okay. When the sun is setting, Leo okay, there's Leo. The constellation Leo. Comet Elenin is somewhere in this area, right here. Let's move it down. Believe it or not, Elenin is south of the sun, and this is some new information. I'm going to go ahead and draw another box, and we're going to draw a small one. I don't know if you all are going to see it. Here's the sun. and here's Elenin. And here's the horizon. Elenin is south of the sun. So it is possible at this point that past sunset, so when the sun is here, Elenin is still far enough away so that what we see is that the Elenin is still south of the sun, but above the horizon while the sun is down. Problem with this is that Elenin is still near the horizon no matter where you get. So if you include any of this black clutter and trees and a house on the hill, I mean, you're not going to see it. So there is an opportunity. That's why I said we're going to go back and forth from Australia to New Mexico. I was told that Elenin might stay above the horizon, above or on the horizon at sunset for a little while. I have not been able to prove that wrong or right. I know I spent a couple of days trying to get a picture, and I was not. So it might stay above or on the horizon at sunset for a little while, which means it's going to actually move along the horizon as the sun is changing. As long as we can see south of the sun a little bit after sunset, it may traverse across the sunset rather than diving toward the sun, because it's taking a motion that's going to take it in front of the sun eventually. Okay, perihelion, 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 perihelion. The sun. You have a wide orbit. This is the big E. E. This is not a perfect representation. If this was, depending on how you adjust your JPL, this would be the one. Okay. Let's just call this a date and time of 9/11. Okay, I'm going to have to come here and I'm going to make dotted lines for the rest of this line. What that means is that at this point, Comet Elenin goes from below the sun's equator, and then we'll put little dashes here and dashes here, because after that point it is above the equator and is right the ecliptic. Okay. Perihelion. Perihelion is the closest the comet comes to the star that it's orbiting. This is the point where it really is picking up speed, picking up speed, speed, speed. Okay. Faster, faster, fastest. Still going, picking up speed, and then it'll slowly retreat and get less fast. So, perihelion is the closest point to the sun. I don't know if I wrote that down. I don't know how far away it is from the sun. So, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the reports that say yes, the JPL orbit has been upgraded and adjusted, so now that it doesn't cross the ecliptic on the 9/11, but it is reaching perihelion. So I mean, we have these two events happening close together. They're swapping it back. We're getting a lot of, we're getting a lot of mixing up of the dates because they're tying it in. I'm not going to say yes or no. I say yes If they say September 11th is perihelion, then it is. And then if they say 9/13th, if the diagram shows that that's when it breaks the ecliptic, that's fine. And then if it says on September 26th, it's in between Earth and the Sun, that's true, though it's up a little bit above the ecliptic by 2 degrees. And then if they say that it's gone, I can point my telescope out there and see that it's gone. I don't know how many people, well, I suppose this is the important thing. Sohos, they keep on saying, you know, I heard from someone that they said they're having copyright issues. That's bullshit in my mind. I don't know what the hell's going on. I hope that they get their act together. I've also read another one that they're waiting for LASCO, the coronagraph, to get on it. And there's all sorts of good dates. I tell you what, whether they do it before or they do it after, you're gonna be able to see. You always have been watching your Sohos and your LASCOs for years now. There's no way that Elenin, you know, it's not like if they don't turn the telescope, the satellite around, you're not going to see Elenin. You're going to see Elenin because it's going to be in between the Earth and the Sun on these days. And if these telescopes are able, the satellites are able to look at this space, they're going to be able to see Elenin. So I won't be having, I don't believe I'll have pictures here. I don't believe I'll be taking pictures anytime when it's in front of the Sun like this, because it's in front of the Sun and my equipment isn't doing it. At that point, we are really going to be relying on NASA to be giving us some reports and some new images. Media blackout. Media blackout, for the most part, when you can go online and not find the name of something once, I would call that a blackout. Media blackout, but if you go to Fox Network, you'll find stories of Comet Elenin, so that is an intentional bit of information that could be being put out just to confuse people, and everybody else doesn't want to touch it because everybody else doesn't put out bullshit, so that means Fox is putting out bullshit, which most of us believe already. I believe the media is lying to us. I believe it's up to me to determine what the media is actually telling me. Tonight, from 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m., we're going to be on freedomslips.com/revolution radio. I have gotten a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers who have questions. I'm trying to answer them in video format and giving people a way to speak to me on the phone. I've said it before that the best information you can get from me is information you're getting one-on-one, which means you're talking to me on the telephone, which this radio show every week is a way for you to do that. You see me reanalyzing the pictures. You see me reanalyzing the pictures from June 19th, 19, 20, and 22. That's what we're going to do. Let's just do it. Okay. This is the stuff that's in my image on the analyzation from 1920. As I've already said in another one, what you have basically is images that overlap in time, so you can catch the same image of space. See, this was on 2 images, this is on 2 images, so on and so forth. What we have is 3 images put together and overlaid so that you show just these stars. You go from one day and you see a certain setup. You go to the next day, you see a certain setup, and on the 3rd day you see a certain setup. I'll tell you, on June 19th, I pretty much didn't get as many stars. I got a few of the major stars. So June 19th is really not the best picture. June 20th is the first day I seen Elenin, because the next day I looked at this photo. There's this object here. And I'm noticing some extra pickup here, here, and here. I got an extra pickup up here. Okay, so on June 20th I have Elenin, an object which is kind of diffracted and diffracted. I have these very small spots behind it, and I have a new spot that shows up here, because when I look on the next day and the date 2 days later, and I look the day before, these objects aren't there, this object isn't there. I want you to note this object right here. I looked at the images very much, a whole lot. There is a possibility that I seen on the 19th this object about here. So when I flipped from June 19th to June 20th, I saw do. And then when I looked on June 22nd, this disappeared, that wasn't there, that disappeared, so maybe I didn't look far enough. This could be another object all on its own. Somebody's pointed that out to me. This could be an object all on its own. Need to go back, more research on this object, but when Elenin was here in this image, that object was there, and then when Elenin wasn't there, that object wasn't there. Now, I call this an object. Hot pixel, debris, or actual object. A hot pixel, normally a square 1 pixel wide, that gets overexposed, heated, and it doesn't operate the way it should, because each image are pixels next to it. So that pixel works, 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 all of them work all the way around it, but that one doesn't work. Normally what you can do is you can fade in and out and determine that that's not fading, it's a solid burn pixel. Debris. What the fuck? What is debris anyways? Debris is objects that are currently undefined, actual object is an actual object. Hot pixels, debris, or actual object. The only way you can really tell is to go back when I first started, I didn't know as much as I do now. I need to use the new information that I have to go back now and look at everything. Determine, is it a hot pixel? Is it debris, separate debris, something that's separate, moving in a different direction, not moving with Elenin, but during those imaging nights, you've got another object, or an actual object. The things I described outside of the major Elenin object, which we have to know because it has a name and a coordinate given to it, I can call that element no problem. Some of these other hot pixel question mark, debris question mark, or actual object question mark, they are undefined. Objects that are undefined. So right now they're debris or an actual object. I don't know it's an actual object, so I have to go back and image the same areas again.